Hi, everybody. Welcome to this Adobe Live and this Adobe Express stream. I'm your host, Wade Acuff, and I'm here with special guest, very special guest, Cody Bear. How's it going, Cody?
I'm great. How are you doing, Wade?
Pretty good, pretty good. First, I want to say hi to chat. What's up, everybody? How are you doing? I see a bunch of familiar faces. I hope everybody's having a good day. I do want to say that after this Express stream, you will get a whole bunch of creative challenges. We have Sam Peterson with the Photoshop Creative Challenge. We have Jack Watson with the Illustrator Creative Challenge, and Ryan Selvey with our Video Creative Challenge. But let's get back to this. Cody, what's up? How are you doing? What are we working on today?
Well, Wade, I'm doing fantastic. Hey to everyone in chat. So happy to be here on my very first Adobe Express stream. I just wanted to say, we are going to be working on kind of like some brand ideation today. I have a fictional dog spa brand called Rebarkable that we are going to be making. That we are going to be making Instagram social posts today and tomorrow. And I actually have a free template for you guys to download as well, that we will be working from. If you guys would like to kind of like use that template to maybe work on your own brand, or maybe you have clients that you like to create brands through Adobe Express for, this could be kind of like a nice jumping off point for you.
That's awesome. Yeah, and if we can get a link to that in chat, that would be great. I think Annika is our mod. Hi, Annika.
Hi, Annika.
Appreciate it. Remarkable. Yeah, that's an amazing little line there. So how do you want to kick things off?
Yeah, so well, I'll show a little bit of my portfolio. So basically, I am an illustrator by trade. I actually am not a graphic designer at all. Funny enough, Adobe Express even kind of intimidated me a little bit when I first started like trying to get used to it, just because, like I said, I don't do graphic design whatsoever. As you can see, my Instagram, like, it's all illustration all the time. But what I do use Adobe Express for myself are things like this, to like promote my live streams. It's really helpful for YouTube thumbnails as well. I actually took this was a YouTube thumbnail and I resized it into an Instagram post. So yeah, it's really useful for things like that, even if you're not like a brand, but you want to create social posts as well. But we can hop on over to Express now. Here's our logo that we're going to be working with. So just like a little bit of like ideation behind like when I was coming up with this brand this weekend, I wanted to kind of give it a little bit of a vintage look, kind of giving it that like drawn pencil illustration for the logo. We also are using a font, for the main font is called Adobe Jensen Pro. It's one of my favorites. If you guys are looking for like to make kind of a vintage brand, highly recommend it. I actually have the Adobe Fonts page open, and you can kind of see it in context here. It's actually a modern day recreation of a font from the 1400s. And there are a bunch of different versions of it, so you can actually pair it with itself. In context here on the top, you can actually see it like with for like a botany illustration page or something like that. Yeah, so really great.
I love that attention to detail. That's awesome.
Yeah. I actually found this font through our Adobe Fonts show, our other font on Adobe Live. Yeah, so if you guys are looking for fonts for your branding, highly recommend watching that show. But I also, instead of pairing it with itself, I wanted to kind of elevate it a little bit and kind of modernize it just slightly to make the vintage like aesthetic look a little bit more intentional rather than stodgy, you know? So I decided to pair it as well with a sans serif called Gibson Book.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I also just used a basic shape, which was just the outline. And I was able to create this like little art shape around it. I actually started this logo from another template
Okay.
on Adobe Express. Yeah.
I was going to ask, are the shapes made in Express as well?
Yeah, the shapes are in Express. I found a template that had a different like icon and then this curved text above, and I knew that I really liked that look. And so I started with that, and then I thought that I had it without this outline and I thought it was kind of missing something, so I just went to the basic shapes here and I just used this little outline right here, and you can edit it on either side. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, super easy. And then I also went to brands and I created our Remarkable Dog Spa brand, which is really helpful too because you can add in different iterations of your brand logo. So I made a different color of each of the logo in each brand color. So we have this kind of like dark plum color, we have the cream color, and then we have like this kind of lavender color. So going back to our little template that we have for you guys today. This is the template that we have linked in chat for you. I'm going to use this template to kind of like create another type of post for Instagram. And that is going to be like, we're going to create a post that has details on our shampoo. So for the branding that I was thinking of, it kind of looks, in my opinion at least, it looks a little bit classy. Maybe for a higher paying client, somebody that really likes to pamper their dog, you know, like the idea of spa. As humans, usually for dog brands, you're actually marketing to the human that owns the dog rather than the dog, you know? So like using like color psychology, that's actually why I chose the lavender color for this brand, because we kind of associate lavender with spas. However, dogs actually can't have lavender, funny enough, but they can have oatmeal. So that is what we are going to advertise for our shampoo ingredients in this post.
So following the name, will there be more puns coming up? Because
I hope so.
Yeah. Chad, if you have any ideas for puns, please put them in the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. If you can think of any puns that we can put into this, I would absolutely love to do that. I like the idea of like having a really classy brand, but having humor added into that classy brand, you know, like that's really cool.
That's exactly where I was going. High-end brand with puns.
Yeah. All right. So as you guys can see, I also like just for this talking about the specific template, I kind of just took like a big design asset and I put it in the background here just to kind of add a little bit of texture. I lowered the opacity and we are going to edit this. And let's see, we're just starting off with our title. Probably just going to do like something like, let's see, like why our shampoo is different or something like that. I don't know. Like why, like why choose our shampoo? Sorry?
I think there's one too many F's in different.
Oh, yes, there are. Different.
Yes, that's how different it is.
It's so different. It's so different, it's misspelled.
Exactly.
Here, let's do like this. Oh, I also... Sorry, go ahead, Wade.
I was just asking. So this all started from a template you already found you found in Adobe Express.
Yes. Yeah, okay. I started with the logo and then I created this template from another template as well. The template that I started out with for this looked completely different. I like completely revamped it.
Gotcha.
What I was going to say, a funny quirk about Adobe Jensen font is that if you look closely on this exclamation point, it actually has a little diamond shape instead of a circle shape for the punctuation. So I decided to take that and run with it. And so for my bullet points, I actually went to basic shapes and I got a little sparkle shape to kind of enhance, like bring that shape out throughout the different areas of the brand as well. So we're going to keep those bullet points here. And let's see here. We are going to put in just like different different things that you might want to advertise to your clients, because transparency is king these days for brands, right? You guys, transparency equals trust. So the more that you can tell your client about like the workings and goings on about your brand, like the more your client is going to trust you. So let's go all natural, allergen free oatmeal blend. Let's see if we can type while we're on stream here, you guys. It's always a challenge.
Annika has a tag suggestion: give your dog a round of applause after our spa treatment.
There you go. That would actually be a great post in and of itself if you wanted to create like just a quote post or something. Yeah, really great. And then let's go ahead and go over to text, and we'll just add some more text. Actually, instead of adding more text, I am just going to come over here and duplicate this text box, because then it will have the same look that I'm going for, so I don't have to redo all of those settings. Option for unscented formulation.
Almost got it.
Formutation. We don't want that. Formulation.
That is a special formula for that one.
Formutation. Oh, we don't want that for our puppies.
No.
Okay, let's move all this information down. We're going to hold shift just to be able to select multiple things, and we're going to move that down. And then we are going to duplicate this little point here once again. And then duplicate this text box. You could also go for, if you didn't want to do this in one single post, you could also maybe add a little bit more information to each slide if you wanted to do this as a carousel post as well. Carousel posts are super great. We actually just had our last segment for Adobe Express live stream. We had Kaya, our guest, talking about carousel posts, if you guys want to check that out as well. Carousel posts are really, really cool. Let's say like, what's something else? Like supplemented with vitamin E, because that makes coats shiny. There we go. There's our fancy oatmeal. Delete. There we go. Okay.
For anybody that's just joining us, we're working on the brand Remarkable in Adobe Express. Remarkable. Wow, I did it. I tried not to do it. Remarkable. Because it's so remarkable.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
I believe we have vitamin, maybe MIN.
Oh my gosh. Wow, you guys. It is really early, okay?
Right.
I know that's always the excuse. That's always the excuse.
I mean, Oliver said it best, spelling is overrated.
Yeah. There we go. I spelled supplemented incorrectly too, according to Google.
Right.
And then I think I'm also going to replace this image in the background, because we wouldn't want our like our feed to become too samey. So like, let's say I wanted to double click on this. So if you double click on your design asset, it will actually automatically highlight the replace option. And then you can come over to our design assets. What I've found, if you guys are specifically looking for those vintage assets that I'm looking at, I've been searching whatever I want and then pencil. So because it looks like a penciled illustration. So we could do dog pencil. So we have like a few of these different dogs that are coming up here. Or we could do like beauty pencil. Maybe since we're doing a post about shampoo, something might come up. So we have like scissors or a comb that could be used for like a tools of the trade type post as well. Another like instance of kind of giving a little bit of transparency to your process for your brand. If any of you guys are looking to do like a very classic like barber brand as well, there's some really cool like razors and stuff like that too. Maybe we could do like, if we're looking for like shampoo, we could do like bottle pencil. Maybe there's like, yeah, there's some like bottle illustrations here. Just make it a little bit smaller. Whoops. Gonna grab this guy.
So were the dog illustrations, were those yours or were those from Adobe Express as well?
They were from Adobe Express. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there were free assets as well.
That's wild. I'm gonna have to explore, see what's all there.
Yeah. Funny enough, now that you mentioned that, great segue. Tomorrow, we're actually going to be showing you how to import your own illustrations to use in your posts as well. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Completely intentional segue. Completely.
So I'll just throw this bottle back here just to kind of give like a little bit of, like I said before, kind of just like some texture. Or maybe since we did the other one on the right, maybe we can change it onto the left here. Move it over there. And then let's see, do we want to do another one? Is there another bottle? Like maybe this, what's this one look like? Something like that. And then we also, like I was saying before, what's great about having your branding here as well is that you can throw in your logo in case your post ever gets reposted somewhere, or if somebody posts it to their story or something like that. You always want to put either your name or your brand logo or your brand name, your @ name on your post, just so it can be tracked back to you. So if somebody if this gets totally removed from your profile, somebody can still see that remarkable, I did it.
Sorry.
Remarkable dog spa originally made this post. So somebody could see that and be like, oh, that's interesting. I want to go check them out. So they look you up. So yeah, it's really important to have your name attached to your posts.
That's a great tip.
But if we wanted to, since we have this as branding, and another idea too is that you don't want your brand to become a little too samey, like I was saying earlier. So you could also go ahead and go in here and just like swap out your colors. Obviously, we would need to change the color of our text as well. But all you have to do is come in here and see Remarkable Dog Spa, all of our brand colors. So we can just swap everything out super quickly like this. But what I wanted to show you guys, since we only have about 10-ish minutes left, I wanted to show you also the importance of resizing. And why you should do that. So this would be obviously like a regular Instagram feed post since it's a square. But if you wanted to do this post for your story, that would be really helpful too, because so as you're posting to your feed, obviously, like your posts are going to continue to go down, down, down on your feed. But if you have a new client that's just finding your profile, they might not see this post if it's way down on your feed. So what you could do is you can make this post for your story and then save it in your highlights. You have your highlights at the top of your profile. So you could make a post that's like shampoo ingredients or tools of the trade or anything like that. So a new client can come to your profile, see, oh, I want to know more information about this specific highlight. So I'm going to watch all of the stories from that highlight. And they could get that same information from the top of your profile instead of scrolling all the way down. So we are going to just press resize. And right here, Adobe Express makes it super easy. We have our Instagram and then we have Instagram story. Boom, right there, already fixed. So now we just have to move things up. Don't forget also that you need some space on the top and bottom. You don't want to put all of your stuff right against the top because you think about the UI of Instagram. For stories, there's usually like a profile picture and then the story lines right here. So you want to give yourself a little bit of breathing room along the tops and bottoms. just kind of resizing everything a little bit. And I'm just going to go ahead and, sorry, go ahead, Wade.
I was just going to ask if, so you have to resize, it doesn't do a resize itself. I saw that it changed the format, but it doesn't try to change everything else.
It does sometimes. It kind of depends on what size it's coming from and going to. Sometimes you don't have to change anything, I've noticed. It just depends on what your context is for your post. Right. But sometimes it actually does a pretty good job of figuring out where everything should go.
Yeah, imagine going from a larger to a smaller. It tries to resize for the smaller.
Yeah.
And probably going up. I'm completely guessing here. I've only made a few posts in Adobe Express, but I've never really gone between the different sizes.
Yeah, like when I was resizing that post on my Instagram that I was showing earlier for the stream post, it actually I went from the thumbnail to the square. So I really didn't have to change all that much. I just kind of shifted everything into the square from the rectangle. And it pretty much did most of the work for me. Yeah.
Annika says it does sometimes work that way when you group the items. So that's a good tip there.
Right. We probably should have done that beforehand. Is group all of the items together, and then they'll kind of like work together as one single unit. We'll kind of make this logo nice and big here on the bottom. And again, don't forget about on the bottom, you have your typing area. So you don't want to get that covered with information, kind of just giving yourself some bleed space here. And then we can just make our assets nice and big again for the background. And then you can go ahead and just save this as like a PNG right here. You could just go download PNG. Or again, if you actually going back to the logo, if you're looking to save your logo, you can actually save transparent even if you have a background. That's how I was able to save the different colors of my logo for this brand. Even if you have like a color in the background on the project, you can just save transparent background and it'll only save your assets that are on the project.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So super helpful. I do that quite a bit. Oops. Yeah. So I don't know why this star is giving me grief here. But yeah, so we can just go ahead and download PNG. There we go. And then you can also, if you wanted to, I don't think that Scheduler has stories yet, but they do in fact have Instagram posts. So you can just kind of like, if you wanted to, you could email yourself that the Instagram story and upload it that way. But yeah, really, really helpful. I'm going to go back to brands actually, because I want to show you guys a little bit. Let's see, going home, actually. I'm going to go back to my logo. And then I'm going to go to the logos here. Keep switching to my default. Here we go. So as you can hear, I just wanted to show you guys all of my different versions of my brand. So I went ahead and made one in each color of the brand color. So just in case I ever make a post, like if I wanted to change the background color of each post, like I was referring to, that it's just already there. So I don't have to worry about making it later.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
If you guys have any questions, feel free to let us know.
Get us some questions. We have just a few minutes left here.
Yeah.
Do you want to do a recap and maybe tell us where we're heading for tomorrow's stream?
Yeah, sure. So tomorrow we are going to be making, here, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys your template for tomorrow. So this post, I actually started, this is my golden retriever puppy Winnie when she was like 8 weeks old. I started this post originally as like a little dog diary post for her Instagram, but I changed it and used it as a template for you guys for a client review from the dog's perspective for the Instagram account for our dog spa. So I thought that that would be kind of cute and kind of like quirky for the brand, kind of adding a little bit more humor there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be working on that. Go ahead, Wayne.
I love the client review. That's perfect.
And then we're also probably going to be working on like a national puppy sale post, and also dog breed of the day. There's like all kinds of different things that you guys can think, and not only for this brand in context, but also thinking outside of the box for your own brands as well.
All right. So yeah, looking forward to that for tomorrow's stream. Chat, you have a little bit of homework. You have to bring in some puns for us, some remarkable puns. But that is going to do it. I do want to remind everybody that we do have a creative challenge. We have 3 creative challenges coming up next. But next is Sam Peterson with the Photoshop Creative Challenge. And thanks everybody for joining us. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye everyone.
Bye.